Welcome to another edition of Pittsburgh Sportsline. We're not at Sip Sports Bar. I almost said it. We're at River City Inn for the first time. This is PPG Building number 5, 1A. For all of you that know downtown Pittsburgh, it's on the Boulevard of the Allies. You can't miss the River City sign. It's all lit up all the time. Beautiful place here. Look at all the wood we have around here, Smokin' Jim. Just a great atmosphere. I'm Al Levine, the talking machine. This is Smokin' Jim Frazier. Thanks for watching us on Verizon 32 everywhere in the Pittsburgh area. Again, this is on TV. That rumor about a radio show, we don't have one yet. And Verizon 32 is everywhere in Pittsburgh. Comcast 7 on TV, only in Bethel Park. And then we just hit a new high on our Facebook likes, 3,451 when I left home about 2 days ago to get here. So it's all good. I appreciate it. And we start with what's on our mind.
Hey, thanks, Al Levine, the talking machine. And if you want the green,
here you go, buddy.
You got to see Levine. Hey, people don't realize that some of the greatest quarterback to wide receiver combination in NFL history involves Pittsburgh players. Johnny Unitas is from Pittsburgh and Raymond Berry. Joe Montana is from Ringgold High School and Jerry Rice. Jim Kelly's a Western Pennsylvania guy and Andre Reed. And Dan Marino's from Pittsburgh and the Mark brothers. But when it's all said and done, possibly the greatest quarterback to receiver tandem just might be Big Ben and Antonio Brown. Most people in the city of Pittsburgh can barely remember Santonio Holmes. The reason is because Antonio replaced Santonio. Antonio Brown's already set an NFL record for 5 catches or more, 50-plus yards in 21 straight games. No other player in NFL history has ever done that. Jerry Rice never did it. Kelvin Johnson never did it. Randy Moss, Chris Carter, Michael Irving, Steve Largent, Larry Fitzgerald, or anybody else that ever played the game. Antonio Brown's already has 300 catches and 4,000 yards. He needs another 30-plus catches, and he'll do that in the next 4 or 5 games to move past NFL Hall of Famer Lynn Swann in the 5th place in the Pittsburgh Steelers all-time receiving list. The guy's already a 2-time Steeler MVP, 2-time Pro Bowler. He's the best punt returner in the National Football League. And if he continues on this pace, when it's all said and done, Ben Roethlisberger to Antonio Brown could be the best receiving tandem in NFL history.
What's on my mind, Smokin' Jim, is the Pirates had a great season, and everybody's trying to say they should have done this, they should have done that. They won 88 games, 2 years in a row in the playoffs. Like I stated on Facebook, how many of the $150 million-plus teams made the playoffs 2 years in a row? There's a bunch of them that haven't. So what if we lose Russell Martin? So what if we lose Liriano and your man Volquez? He goes to the highest bidder. They'll find somebody else. They have a decent minor league club, and they're feeding these players up here. I don't know what happened to your MVP from last year that wasn't the MVP. I even forget his name. Didn't he play third base? But Kutch was a true MVP. He come through again. There's a guy that signed a $51 million contract, and he's worth every bit of $100 million. That's what I think. And it'll be sad the day when he goes. When that contract's up and these other players start making more money here, little preview. Enjoy what we had. It's been great. I think we have a lot of great success with the Pirates coming up. It's hard to believe that Nutting has let the other people in the organization bring the team along, and they've actually done well. 2 winning seasons in a row. Our next guest has been booked for about a month by Smokin' Jim Frazier. He forgot her name, but I just learned it's Nirvana. Well, introduce yourself, please. Welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks for having me, guys. I'm Nirvana.
Okay. Do you have a last name?
Crystal.
Okay. I try to get the name out. It's something I do. We'll smile at our new photographer, Mario Tempest, and we'll keep talking here. Now, this is a sports talk show, so I have certain rules that we start with.
Okay.
And they're not real hard. One was your name, you passed.
Okay, perfect.
The second is, do you have any sports that you like or follow?
Yes.
Do you
I
have?
live in Pittsburgh. How could I not follow
Well, I believe
sports?
black and gold, but we've actually had guests that don't know what sports are. They'd rather shop and get shoes or something, which is okay
Oh,
too.
It is, but
Do you
there's
have
a
a-
time and a place for that.
Exactly. Do you have a favorite team?
The Pittsburgh Steelers.
All right. There we go. Do you watch the games?
Yes,
Did you see the last one?
I did. I only saw parts of it. I was moving this weekend, but I didn't get to see the
Well,
whole thing.
let me tell you, it was good that you didn't watch the whole game.
Really?
I normally watch every minute of it.
Yes, me too.
And rarely do I do laundry during a Steeler game. But I did, because I have this thing. It was so frustrating watching him, no matter what Smoking Jim says about the best combo receiver and quarterback. It was so boring at times, and it was so frustrating because they should have been moving the ball on this 0-4 team,
Yes.
and they weren't. So
I saw when Allen got an interception, and then we got the ball, and they punted 3 and out. And I'm like, okay.
That's when I
it's not
started-
for me today.
that's when I started doing the talking machine laundry detail.
Yes, exactly. I
And-
was like, back to moving.
Yeah, and I listened to the radio. I'd rather listen to Tunch than the rest of the guys on TV. But no, I'm glad to hear you watched some of it and you weren't damaged by it too much.
Not this week, at least.
Okay, a win's a win, no matter how ugly it
Exactly.
is. So that's what we do. Now, I know you're not just a sports fan.
No.
What's this other thing you do?
I'm a model. So I travel around and I model, I do pageants and all kinds of stuff like
What's
that.
the latest one you did, pageant?
I actually was just in the Miss Red Hot pageant.
No, this sounds familiar.
Yes,
Sindel
yes.
Barnes, the only one named
Yes.
Sindel in
Yes.
Pittsburgh and the country.
Yeah, we have weird names.
No, I thought they're pretty good. They're not weird. They're not bad names. So you were in a Red Hot pageant.
Yes.
Did you get to wear one of those gowns that Sindel had?
I did actually, yeah. Mine was white with silver on it. So.
Whoa, you should have wore that tonight. I saw the one with blue that Sindel had. And I'm teasing a little. I'm sorry, I'm sarcastic, but you got to
That's
put up with a
okay.
little bit of it. And what did you finish there in that contest? that
I
pageant?
placed, so I made the calendar as well. Yes.
That's what I was
The
trying to
calendar,
find
the
out.
calendar, Yes, yes.
See how I'm prying for these
Yes.
answers? It's not just sports.
Yes, this is actually my 3rd one for Miss Red Hot. So.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you. Yes.
That's good. Now, Smoking Jim usually asks these friends of his to bring photos or a picture. I don't know if you did or knew about that.
I did. I actually was the Smokescreen magazine model of the year.
Here, hold that up so
Okay.
Zach can see. Well, no, we need it where you are. You can just move there. Just move over a little bit. How's that? All
Good.
right. So you're on the cover, it looks like.
I am. This was actually my swimsuit cover, but I was the 2013 model of the year. I'm the 2014 model of the year, and I actually
Wow.
just got promoted to COO, so I'm going to be running the magazine as well now. So
Beauty and brains, Smoking Jim. That's what these ladies bring here.
yes. So I brought you a copy of this, and I signed it for you guys.
Can I just see it once? Because
Yes,
here's
of
what
course.
happens.
He'll take it from you right
I'll
now.
never see it again. It goes in his shrine at home.
Put the lotion in the basket.
We don't talk. It's a family show here. That's our newest cameraman, co-host of Pittsburgh Sportsline, Zach Brenner. It's his first and it's his last. Cameramen are supposed to be quiet like Devin Shea and Aaron Ward. Here's Brittany bringing us, he likes no condiments.
Oh, I brought it out. I didn't know what you wanted.
You're the best. That's Brittany from River City Inn. But
love
sorry to
her hair.
interrupt you. Yeah,
Love her hair.
it looks natural.
A little bit. It looks good on her.
If you're from Mars,
Yeah, right.
so it might be. Well, that's fantastic.
Thank you.
And you're a businesswoman too.
I
Are
do.
you your own manager?
I am. Yeah.
How did I guess?
I actually have a master's degree too, so I. From
Where did
Pitt,
you-
Yeah.
Wow, nice.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I wondered how you handled those sports questions so quickly.
Oh well, I love football. Growing up here, you have.
Did
to.
you play any sports?
No, I didn't. I was a cheerleader at Pitt. I went to Pitt Greensburg, so I was a cheerleader
Oh,
there.
okay.
But I did once try out for the Lingerie Football League, if you ever heard of that.
Laundry.
Lingerie.
Yes, I did hear of that one.
Yes.
Of course.
I had to try out for the Baltimore team. I know, boo.
Boo.
Only
They
because
can
they
do
don't
that.
have a team here. But I made first cuts, but I didn't make second cuts. So
Ah,
at least I
jeez.
made it through.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
for
something
being
to put
so
on the
little,
red.
Yeah.
Are you 5'2" or is it a rumor?
It's a rumor. I'm 5'4".
No way. I thought you had high
Well,
heels
let-
on.
Wait.
Whoa,
taller
Smoking
with
Jim's
these
a
on.
shoe man. Show him the powerful boots this young lady has.
Love boots.
You got to
have
stick
boots.
one up. So Zach, do you get a photo of that? We always. He has his shoe thing, so we try to show that.
Nice.
No problem. Any events you got coming up that you want to talk about?
I'm trying to think what I do.
Or how about where do they get a hold of you? If they want to see you, except for on Pittsburgh Sportsline. You know, we're on
Yeah.
Verizon 32 all over the Pittsburgh
Okay.
area. Comcast 7 only in Bethel Park. And if you did you like our Facebook page, I thought?
Of course I did.
I thought you did. I saw that
Yeah.
name because I was calling it Nirvana,
Yeah.
but it's
everybody
Nirvana. So
does. Doesn't matter to me.
thank you for the
Come on.
like. We appreciate it. It's
Of
pumped us up there.
course.
And you know we like your pages then when that
Yeah.
happens. So
Yeah, I mean, you can find me on Facebook.
spell your name.
It's NIRVANACRYSTAL. And then on Instagram and Twitter, it's at Nirvana Crystal.
Very
So,
simple.
Yeah, keeping it simple.
I think we covered everything then that we need to. Thanks for coming out here to our first show at the
Yeah,
River
it's nice
City
there.
Inn. So we'll always have that. I wonder what he's doing there. Here, let's get one more instead of with you because it'll never leave the house.
Here, wait, we'll do the inside one. There's a.
We'll do that. See, she is a great manager and COO.
There you go. Your bikes.
And that, there we go.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Hey, thanks for having me,
I
guys.
appreciate it.
It's been awesome.
Our next guest, I met him through Smokin' Jim, who put one of the greatest promos for Pittsburgh Sportsline in history on Facebook. It was one of the best. I got to tell you, Smokin' Jim, it was just awesome. I think I challenged about 10 different people that they could be on the show, and I guess I'll hear back from them next week. So we'll see what happens there, Smokin' Jim. And I'm going to bring up our next guest. I'm going to let him introduce himself. He's coming up to the show right now. Have a seat, my friend.
How you doing?
Welcome
today?
to the show. You want to hold the mic and talk?
How you doing today?
I'm doing excellent. Introduce yourself, Nikita.
My name. You said my name. What? My name is Nikita Crum. I used to coach high school basketball, but I'll get kids in the AAU.
Nice. You hold the mic and I talk because
All
I'm mic'd up.
All right.
And since we got your name covered, you gave us what you do or what you've done. You like sports, I'm assuming.
Yes, sir. I like sports.
Did you play sports?
Yeah, basketball.
Tell me who. Who and when?
No, I went to a school down in Texas. It's called Temple, Texas.
Temple, Texas.
Yeah,
Where's that at?
in Texas.
I know Texas, but it's a big state.
By Killeen, Waco, Fort Hood, Austin.
Oh, near Waco in Austin. Okay.
Yes, sir.
What got you up here? All the sports we have here.
I'm born and raised from McKeesport. I'm with the Tigers.
No way.
Yeah.
That's my mother's family's from there.
Yeah.
We were talking before the
That's
show.
y'all's problem.
East McKeesport. Smoking Jim.
Just McKeesport.
East.
Yeah, I'm just McKeesport.
You're just.
Yeah.
Oh man, you're downtown, Fifth Avenue.
Up top, you know. What I mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad. My uncle taught school there too, for a while. You might have even known him, Mr. LeWinter.
Yeah, I know Mr. Lewinter.
All right. You see, he didn't smile too much.
No, he's a good teacher.
I know he is. I'm just teasing you. Well, what sports do you want to talk about today? You told me you're a high school expert on sports.
Yeah,
What game have you seen lately?
Montclair embarrassed, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Tell us about that. What'd you see out there?
Everybody talking about them 2A boys moving down to 1A, and then they ran the the touchdown back, it was 6-0, and after that, it was murder she wrote. You know what I mean? 58-6 against
They put it on Jeanette.
Yeah.
Them Jayhawks. You know what I mean?
Right.
I love both schools. You know.
Do you?
Yeah.
So you hate to see one of them lose. But Clareton was much better
Yeah, Clareton probably beat anybody in the state right now.
at that level.
No, any level.
Any level.
Yeah,
You're pumping up Zach Brenner there.
any level.
Get
4,
out.
3, 2, 1. You
Really?
can put 2 schools together if you want to. You know what I mean?
Are you serious? You're that.
There's a
What do you
heartbeat.
live there now?
No, I live in McKeesport.
I know, but I'm asking because usually if they live there, they talk like that. What made you like them so much?
Clareton lost their
Go ahead.
starting running back. They lost their starting running back, and then they filled in with the Wade boy,
Right.
and they keep going and going.
Right.
They got so many weapons. Like this is you could quote me on this. This is gonna be the best Clareton class
Ever.
ever.
You know they've had a few good classes.
But they got so many weapons this year. The last couple
Lamont Wade is special.
seasons they had 1 or 2 go-to guys. Now they got like 7.
7.
Yeah.
I'm glad I met you because you're giving me the inside scoop on this.
Yeah.
I'm not hearing that in the news. You know that.
They got.
I'm not even hearing it from the NFL scout here.
They got Matthews. They got Williams. They got Wade. They got Hines. They got that defense that will stop you. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, obviously, 1 touchdown, that was it. And the defense never gave one up. Right?
And they gave one up. They got a couple
early.
up to Springdale a couple weeks ago. You know what I mean?
Right.
And everybody said Springdale's supposed to be the cream of the crop too, but you
Right.
see what happened to them too.
Well, I like your football report. We're going to have to call you back for basketball.
Yeah.
Now, are you going to be coaching now? Is that what the deal is?
I'm
You're
just-
trying to get an AAU team together?
Yeah, I'm trying to get an AU team or help
Do you need
kids.
any help? Do you want some contact out there since you're
help-
trying to
help
promote
kid.
it? How do they get a hold of you and for what? This is your time. Look at the camera and tell them you
Crumb.
need help. Help.
Crumb on 541982 at yahoo.com.
Say that again slow because I'm hard of hearing.
Crumb, CRUMB 541982 at yahoo.com.
And get a hold of you for playing on an AAU basketball team.
I know, trying to get kids
what?
off the streets and get into recreation or AAU programs.
Oh, okay. That's even better. You know what, Nikita? I'm glad I met you. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you. I appreciate everybody.
We're going to have you back again.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. Take care.
Hi,
your
I'm
name.
Brittany Jordan, bartender at River City Inn.
Thank you. And we're glad to be here. We appreciate the service. The fries were delicious.
Where are they? I'm glad you like them.
I'm looking for some wings later on, maybe.
That sounds good. I just made her an order. Hopefully she likes
Are
them.
you related to Michael Jordan?
Oh, wait, that's not my last name. It's my just what I go by. It's my middle
Smoking
name,
Jim,
actually.
he knows all the models, and they never finish their last name. So
Yeah, I never put my last name on. I just go by Brittany Jordan.
I know we got a COO, we got number 3, and award winners and everything here. So
All right.
what's going on at River City Inn that we should know about? Since this is our new place, we always like to, if they have daily specials or something, we like to at least have somebody from the establishment tell us about it.
All right. Well, we have specials every day.
Okay.
Mondays, today's $3 Miller Lite drafts and $1 off all martinis. Tuesday is $2.75 Bud and Bud Light bottles and a bucket of beer and an order of wings for $15.
Wow.
And then Wednesday's Whiskey Wednesday, $1 off whiskey all day long. And Thursday and Friday are flight nights. So it's any 30 craft import or IPA for $12.
See that?
Lots of fun specials. And then we got the Miller Lite Girls on the 3rd, or on the 10th and the 30th this
There you
on
go.
Friday for happy hour from 6 to 8 with $3 Miller Lite drops.
We don't do a show on Friday, Smoking Jim. How you going to get out? He
Maybe
usually
I'll
stays
get them in here
home.
for you guys on a Monday night.
Whoa, there you go. We appreciate it. No, thank you for coming on, talking about River City Inn,
Thank you for doing it here.
and we'll be back in a couple weeks.
Alrighty, sounds good. Here you go, honey.
Thanks, Brittany.
You're
It's a
welcome.
pleasure.
I tell you what, one of the classiest ladies on the planet, good for a word, most consistent. And I tell you what, I've been knowing her for a number of years, been a big fan for a number of years. And I tell you what, it is such an honor each and every time we see her each week. Please put your hands together for supermodel Sindel Barnes.
Hey, Sindel, welcome to the show again as the streak continues, but we'll discuss that a little later. I want to know if you watched the Steeler game.
I did watch bits and pieces of the Steeler game, but I turned it off a little bit after you guys did.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just a little tiny bit, about 2 seconds after that.
I didn't turn it
Oh,
off.
did
I
you?
didn't watch
Yeah.
it 3 times already.
I honestly couldn't sit there and watch it because
It was painful.
It was disappointing, you know, after everything else that happened in our city, you know, and then all the news that came out today, you know, it's just like, I was really hoping.
Right.
Really hoping. So, but I'm glad the Pirates went to the playoffs. I'm really sad that I didn't get to see them win a World Series yet in my lifetime. But
Oh,
there's
you're
still
young.
hope.
You're
I'm
not
still
going
young.
anywhere.
But you know, hopefully sooner than later. You know, I'd like to see.
Well,
that
we got
happen.
2 playoff appearances in a row. That's a record for your generation.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's pretty good.
Yeah,
They're
it
not going to have a
definitely is.
parade like Smoking Jim once. He thought when they went to the playoffs last year, even though they lost like
were
they
still
did
gonna
this
have a
year.
parade.
Yeah, he said they should.
You
I
know
go,
what? We can have our own parade. I feel like we should make that happen. Pittsburgh Sportsline in honor of the Pirates parade.
whoa, we're going to have to organize that. We got Nirvana here.
Yeah, we can do that.
Maybe
She's
we
a
can get her
businesswoman.
going. You
I
got
think
your,
we could do that. You know,
your good friend
Mario.
Katie Todd's here. She
Yeah.
has a streak of her own.
I know. She's
You know,
right behind me.
Definitely.
For-
Well, we'll have to discuss this notorious streak.
we do.
You
we
are
do.
the leader right now
We do.
with guest appearances. You're in a tie right now.
I'm in a tie with
Yeah.
everybody because
With-
we started
with the
over
guests.
according to you today.
No, we didn't start over. It's just there's certain stipulations on it. And you and Smoking Jim were conspiring against it. And since I have the vote and I'm a dictator, Pittsburgh Sportsline ruled this is the beginning of a new adventure. River City Inn, PPG, number 5, 1A.
I'll be here. I found it today, so I'll be here. As long as I'm in town, I'll be here. And then if not, he's going to have to Skype me or something. So
I don't know if we have capabilities. Look, here's your chance for Skype.
I'm pretty sure Smoking Jim
No.
has it. I'm
There,
pretty
no
sure.
Skype here. Hold it. Hello? Hello? Oh, they shut it off. Well, what else is going on in the Sindel world?
Honestly, pretty much just the same old, same old. I'm almost done with school, and I'm working really hard right now. We just finished up a cut for veterans, and we're planning on doing a new one. And then I'm trying to raise a new campaign throughout my school for domestic violence survivors.
And what school is this?
I'm attending South Hills Beauty Academy right now for
Okay.
teaching, as you guys know.
Right.
For
Well, I needed
cosmetology.
a revision there.
So I'm be done in November, but I'm trying to get this going.
November, that's great.
Yeah.
You know what next month is?
It'll be November. I'll be done.
You know what? That's why we're sending her to school.
So.
You're not getting anything past you.
No, not yet, not yet.
Okay,
so I'm
good.
really excited for it.
It'll
as
be great.
You guys know, I'm going to use that as my platform for Miss Pennsylvania United States. So
Exactly. You
I'll be
give us a
hand in
couple
hand.
tips there.
yeah, hand
So.
in hand. So I love it. Everything about the city. So it's just a great place to be.
Well, we're about it here on Pittsburgh Sportsline. That's what we like promoting. And especially people like you going to school to educate yourself. You aren't homeschooled. You're out there battling out in the streets, learning,
Yep.
and you're working too and raising a family.
Yep. I have 2 jobs. I have 2 kids, and I go to school. And my fiance is actually in school too, and he's a member of the military. So if I can do it, you know, anybody can do it. It took a long time, and I had to build the right support team. But just like teams, just like sports, once you get the right team, you can kind of do anything. So
Well, we appreciate you supporting the Pittsburgh Sportsline team.
you guys are my team. That's why I'm here.
Oh, okay.
You guys support me. I support you guys. So,
Well, we're not going to talk to our slash guy today. Don't worry about it. He's doing double, triple duty. But that's another story. Now, they still get a hold of you at whatever Sindel is, wherever Sindel
yeah,
is.
you can find me on any social media at Sindel PGH. That's Sindel PGH for Pittsburgh. So I'm always going to carry that with me. So no matter where I go.
And if you want to tweet me at ALPGH.
ALPGH, you're going to start the.
I have it.
Movement.
I
Oh,
have
we the same
530. No, I started before you. I had
See,
ALPGH.
this guy, he always has to start something before me. That's not fair.
I'm a one-upper.
But I'm only, you know, I'm only so old.
I'm only old enough to be your daddy. So
Maybe.
there's no doubt. But that's another story for another day, folks. Thanks for being on our show.
you guys so
Starting the
much.
newest streak.
I'll be here.
I got faith that you
Thank
can
you guys
outlast
so
the
much.
other two guests that we've already had here.
I'll be here for
All
sure.
right. Good luck to you. He's been a longtime fan of our show, sponsor, supporter, you name it. Mario Tempest, come on up.
Thank you, Alan. Jim, thank you.
Right, my man. Little brother handshake.
Thanks for
in there.
beating me to the new establishment. I thought I'd come here early about 6:45 or 6:50.
I was already
You
here.
were already here.
I was already here.
And they said, what's this Pittsburgh Sportsline?
Yeah, caught the bartender by surprise.
Well, we got that all straightened out. How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. I'm getting over the withdrawal from the Pirates getting eliminated. But what makes me feel a lot better is, like you talked about earlier, they'll be golfing on the same courses as the California Angels, as the Anaheim Angels,
Yes?
and the Dodgers, I believe. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah, they're all golfing right now, same time the Pirates are.
And that's hence the $150+ million, maybe
Exactly.
$200 million.
Exactly. Detroit got Price, and they're still golfing. So, for all those fans out there that keep saying you got to spend, you need a little bit of luck too. Even Chuck Noll used to say, in the days of the Steelers, you win 4 Super Bowls, and there's a lot of luck involved too. So,
There's a
it's
great coach and quote.
Yeah, it's
R.I.P. Chuck Noll.
That's right. Not a lot of stars out there that went really far this year. Kansas City Royals is who I'm going for right now.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I
I
like
like
them.
the little guys.
Yeah. Small market teams.
Got it.
It'll keep hope alive here, Smoking
It
Jim.
might keep, if the Royals win, it might keep 5-5 here. What do you think, Jim?
Wow, I think so.
Martin might stay. They'll stop.
I'm just thinking when they toss $50+ million out there,
I'm just being.
I'm optimistic, but I don't see it. I
No,
really
me
don't.
neither.
I don't see them keeping any of these guys.
No, that's okay. with me.
Maybe
Like you said,
Liriano, because he's a little tainted by injuries, and he had that fall after comeback player of the year. So
Yeah.
guess what? I'm hopeful he stays here, takes a
too.
little less money than the highest bidder, and comeback player next year for Frankie.
And it didn't take me long to get over the Pirates' loss.
The only thing you can't get over is heavy money on 84.
Yeah.
I bet the house on that one again. My man, I don't know how that happens. Don't bet. If you didn't start betting, don't start. Don't ever. If you don't bet, don't start. Yeah.
Speaking of betting, imagine how many houses were lost this week with the top 10 in NCAA
How about the
football.
top 25?
Oh, yeah, it goes the whole way down. Yeah,
Yeah.
they all lost.
It wiped them out, about half of them.
Yeah, so that put Baylor way up top.
Yeah. No, it's amazing. Did you watch some of those games?
I didn't get to see any of them. I wasn't feeling good all day Saturday.
Get out.
Yeah.
Well, I feel honored you made our show.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know I drink plenty of green tea, so I'm repelling all this. It's not a problem. I was watching the Alabama game, and Ole Miss was just sticking it to him the whole game. I don't know if you saw it, Smoking Jim, but it was quite a performance against Alabama. They didn't look like a #1 team, for sure. And Ole Miss just took it to them. It was a great game to watch.
It gets kind of old seeing the same teams over and over and over again. It's nice to see them get their butts kicked.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes everybody
Definitely.
honest.
But here's what I feel good about. Alabama got a call on a guy face masking they face masked the guy and fumbled the ball, and they ended up getting a touchdown out of it. So that wouldn't have been right.
That's
and it was
right.
right in front of the referee. It was one of the most obvious face masks you ever see, but it didn't happen. So I was thinking conspiracy, but it ended up working
No,
out.
It worked out all right. Speaking of that, Jim, I'd like your opinion on this. For years, I've said, I know that the NFL especially, they want more offense-oriented because this brings people to watch the games if there's more points scored. However, a stiff arm, I saw it on the cover of Sports Illustrated one time, a stiff arm is a face mask.
Yes, it is.
Why do they still consider it just a stiff arm and not a face mask.
Double standard.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I can't.
We
handle
could
that.
solve every problem here.
I can't
It's a double standard.
It
Okay.
is. It's just not right.
Right.
Yeah.
Only offensive guy ever seen that used to get consistent penalties for doing something was Larry Zonka. Larry Zonka used to throw that forearm with no pads and they unnecessary rough. That was back in the day where you could be tough. He was so mean and tough to bring down. He hit you with that forearm,
hurt him.
brother. They throw the flag, unnecessary roughness.
Yeah.
We're running out of ambulances.
Yeah, he's probably the last guy they called it on. to be
Yeah,
honest
he
with
was
you.
great.
Yeah,
And they could have called it on Earl Campbell's thighs, but I mean, how can you do it?
That was
You
part
hit
of his
his
body,
thighs,
man.
you died.
You were out of the sport.
That was part of his body.
No, definitely. What else is going on?
Well, I just found out that our drink, one of our energy drinks, is being used in the city of New York City in all their Applebee's stores. So I sort of
Get
got
on.
myself some recipes and some pictures, and I went to the printer yesterday, and I'm going to start hitting the Applebee's stores in the Pittsburgh area.
Get on.
Yeah,
Wow, this is the networking king right here.
that's right. And the
Not
energy-
only do you talk sports on Pittsburgh Sportsline, but you're getting energy here.
The energy drinks are just a big boom right now, and for anybody out there that drinks energy drinks now, they're really
Healthy
not good
energy
for you.
drinks.
Yeah, the regular ones you buy in the store are just not good for you. But the healthy energy drinks like ours, it's all natural. And the Anaheim Angels, maybe they should have drank a few more to the last playoff game. Maybe they would win the
Yeah,
yacht.
I didn't want to bring that up because
That's
you've
okay.
told me before.
Yeah, their shipment didn't come in for 3 days. That's why they lost.
I'm a conspiracy guy. I knew it. I knew it. You just wanted to be on Sportsline and talk about
I
it.
think the Royals had something to do with the shipment not coming in.
Well, sure, they played well. They played much better.
They sure did.
How do you play all those extra inning games like
Yeah, I was
that?
going to say, speaking of records, right, with 3 in a row, extra innings.
Yeah, go
It's
figure that
incredible.
one out.
Gotta love it.
It's an interesting
Gotta
postseason
love
in
it.
baseball.
Yeah, it is. Very much so.
Definitely. No matter who the commissioner is, or no matter what the rules are, no matter who's cheating,
That's right.
right?
That's right. Still
Sometimes the
exciting.
good teams that don't do all that come through.
As long as the Yankees aren't in it, it's always a good year for me.
Wow, there you go. I didn't know that.
And I gotta admit, Jeter is a likable guy.
Yeah.
Even though he played for the New York Yankees, unless something comes out after his career's over, he's okay in my book.
Well, since you brought him up, you never heard any controversy or anything
Never.
about him
Never.
from when
He's
he
a
first got
womanizer.
Well, yeah, that's obvious.
You knew Smoking Jim would have to say that because he's in the same league.
Yeah, he likes women's shoes, I heard.
You guys are too much. I think we've seen enough of that subject. How do they get a hold of you, Mr. Mona V?
412-417-7301. And if you look on Facebook, I posted my new poster that I just got from the printer. It's nice and colorful, got all the information about my energy drink, and I've already got a bunch of hits on it, got a couple orders out of it. So it's a good looking poster. So check me out on Facebook, friend me on Facebook, and I'll hook up with you there also.
There you go. Thanks, Mario. I
Thank you.
appreciate your time and your support.
All right.
Thank you. Zach Brenner, come out from behind that camera.
This is what the people pay to see.
I don't know. I like you back there a lot. Hey, Zach, welcome in front of the camera. What's going on, buddy?
Feels good to be back on this side of the camera, as you can tell.
A lot of pressure there, but you're not folding.
Tons of pressure. I find it very reminiscent that anytime you ask Smoker Jim about his evaluations of talent, prospects, he doesn't have much to say. He's still milking that Antonio Brown pick. He's going to run that into the ground. That's going to be his claim to fame.
That's one of them. He'll throw out Ike Taylor and a couple others if you want to hear
I
it.
forgot about
Yeah.
Stonehands Taylor.
Right.
Hey, we got good news. I guarantee you Ike Taylor comes back before the end of the season. He doesn't catch anyway, so you can give him 2 H blocks for hands, and it doesn't really matter.
Whoa.
So of all the injuries that took place in week 2, I look for Ike Taylor to be the one Steeler that comes back fast because, like I said, he doesn't even
doesn't
need
matter.
his hands. You can just cut his hands off, and he'll still go out there and play ball.
I don't know. Well, I'm liking Spence there.
Oh yeah.
I like how Spence is playing. He had all that potential and got injured severely 2 times in a row. So, I mean, you can see the talent he has, and he's learned something, too. So he's filling in.
How do you feel about Sean Spence, Jim Frazier?
Well, you know, I loved it. He was a tackling machine when he was at University of Miami. Over 400 career tackles and hard-working guy. Always was undersized as far as height, but great instincts. But this guy, to be able to come back from that type of injury was amazing. I hope the coaches like him in the middle. That way you can put Ryan Shazier at his natural position at right outside linebacker, and he can get 15 sacks a year for you.
Great point.
And then you can cut Jarvis Too Slow Jones.
You're still on that bandwagon. Cut him.
I already lost $1 on Jarvis Jones. So
I know, you did pay
I've
out.
had just about enough of Mr. Jones. I'm ready to switch over to Hojo. I actually think Hojo should just sneak into the locker room and swap out with the Jones and try that experiment.
You think that'll happen?
Nah, that won't happen. Did either of you guys believe that Tom Brady was really washed up in this league? Because after what I saw last night.
I'll just tell you this much. It's so surprising that we have schizophrenic fans up in the New England area, the Pittsburgh area, and who knows wherever else, but especially in our towns. One game makes a whole season for a fan. It's outrageous. How did Brady get so bad? Well, did you see they moved 2 experienced linemen to the offensive line? That's what Belichick did. 2 guys that have experience to fit in, and all of a sudden the line could block. You give Brady some time, look what he did.
Well,
Plus a running game, right?
A clear example in New England of misappropriating money is starting to catch up with that franchise now.
Whoa.
Because you have so much money invested in certain positions now, as Jim Frazier sometimes alludes to, that now you're sacrificing in other areas. You know, Amendola is no replacement to Wes Welker. You know,
Not even close.
They have no deep threat since Randy Moss left. So, you know, Tom Brady is taking it on the chin. It's a nice chin, if that, up here in New England. But he doesn't have the weapons, and that's what it boils down to. You know, as the previous guest earlier, the coach, let you guys know that, you know, you need the talent.
7 weapons.
Like in Clairton, there's a lot of talent in Clairton. I don't know what's going on in Monroeville, but those start recruiting.
I don't hear it.
What I heard is happening in Monroeville, though, is that they're not allowed, Gateway's not allowed to travel right now over to Africa, so they're not able to recruit that abundance of talent from the continent of Africa because of the travel restrictions. So that's hurting.
Am I hearing what I think I'm
department.
hearing?
That's hurting their athletic department across the board.
Is this
They're
our
not able-
comedy segment?
Yeah, they're not able to recruit.
This is our comedy segment?
Yep.
You
Well,
snuck it right in on me.
Well, Monroeville, we don't have the projects like they have in Clairton. The talent keep coming out of there.
How do you know? You're not allowed back in there. I'm going to contact Robin Allen Clark, your good friend, because I know she watches the show just to hear some humor once in a while. And that was no humor, and that's why he's not allowed back in Clairton.
The list is growing. It's like Woody High, Clairton, Still Valley,
McKeesport.
McKeesport, Penn Hills. So,
Penn Hills. He
All I
sneaks
know
in
is
there.
this: last year in the USA Today, Gateway had 55 scholarship athletes playing in college football, the most of any high school in the country, according to USA Today.
And you know what? I can't even refute that because that's a really reliable source. And I'm even more impressed that you read the USA Today.
Hold it. Let me clarify this.
He's only looking at it for the lines nationally because it sets the tone.
I got to clarify on my brother from another mother. It was a highlight that come across on Facebook, and he liked it. He's like some other people when I'm posting stuff. Hey, nice article. Then I go, hey, did you read that thing at the bottom? They go, what? What? But I appreciate the likes. Keep liking, both of you guys. It's always good. But that is a great stat. You got to hats off to 55 scholarship athletes. I mean, that is something. No matter what school you go to.
We had a couple records broken in the National Football League over the weekend. Peyton Manning broke a record. Tom Brady broke a record last night.
Yeah.
So, you know, some of these quarterbacks.
What record Manning break?
500.
That ain't a record. He broke the 500 barrier. He don't have a record. He still
It's
got
the second.
5 more than Brett Favre.
Yeah, well, it's the second guy to do it.
Second guy to do
Yeah.
it. Okay.
Yeah.
And you figure that, he
Just
put-
like
put
he's
the brand
chasing-
on it.
He made
He's
the all
chasing your
sit-down
record.
Team.
He's
He got the all sit down record.
No, he has the Omaha record. I lost track again. Omaha. Then a quiet Omaha. I didn't know what happened there on that. So we cover it all here. Thanks for watching our show. We still got some more stuff to talk about.
How much of a blessing is it, though, that I've set the bar so high with this program and this show
We're
that,
definitely-
world-renowned models are trying to show up on Monday nights to wherever we go, trying to break my record that I hold. I know Levine's the Godfather.
No,
He
my
started
record
it.
doesn't count.
I know his doesn't count, but mine does count. And then I think
Hold it.
Mario's second.
I'll
In all
repeat
actuality,
it. 33. Zach Brenner has 33 appearances in
So
a
in all
row.
actuality, Sindel, your number, you're 3. But you still look better than me, so it's all good in the hood, as Mr. Rogers would say.
And we're in a downtown location. Boulevard of the Allies is right there. Look at the cars going by. And buses, ambulances.
It's just the beginning.
We got
folks.
action everywhere.
Now that the capabilities of this program, now you have no idea. This show is coming to an area near you very soon, but you've already heard the areas that Smoking Jim Frazier is banned in, so we won't be coming to your area in particular.
If it was mentioned
escort-
previously.
Unless I escort Juicy J and guarantee his safety, which I might. Wink, wink.
Oh, no, not the wink. What do you think about this nice venue that we're at now? With all the wood, the paneling, service here.
Hey, it's a great place.
We're going to have to get some people to come out that live in downtown Pittsburgh. A lot of our friends, they live around here.
I know Jim's just getting up to speed on the blueprint. I love what you're putting out on Facebook, trying to get the word out about Pittsburgh Sportsline. We've been doing this for how long now?
3 years as of this week.
3 years.
Smoking Jim and I and a couple other people got started with it.
Wow.
So we're still hanging on. We got the young guy here come in. He's muscling his way up to the top here.
Amish assassin.
The Amish assassin.
Perfect segue into some fighting. We had
Boxing.
Tommy Carpensy, local kid, won against Chad Dawson, who's probably
Yes, he
lost
did.
up, and that was probably his last fight as a professional. But shout out to Tommy Carpensy. Those Carpensy brothers are like the Lubash brothers. It's just in their blood. They're fighters.
Well, we saw them at the Madness at the Meadows. Met their dad, who coaches them and trains them. Their mom was there. She's the glue on that team. They all vouch for that. And I didn't meet the third brother, the heavyweight guy who has a belt or two, right? So, great fighting family.
You have some fights coming up this weekend down at the Sokol Center down in the South Side.
I just ran
Ted
into Ted
Marconja.
Marconja. I
51
ran into him
boxing.
today.
So look for us down there on the South Side. And then the next fight, obviously, the big one is coming up on November 14th. That's going to be the blockbuster. I don't know who Sammy Vasquez is fighting in as the main event, but we know who the co-main event is. It's going to be Braddock and Rankin's own Monty Meza. My Life is a Movie, Clay versus Lightning Rod Salka. I kind of get choked up. I get goosebumps when I make that announcement because it's a battle of two good friends of mine that we go back, several, genres and wars together. So I'm kind of torn down the middle. I just look for a good fight from both gentlemen. We got a boxer versus a brawler. So it's not your, ideal matchup, but I guarantee you there's going to be fireworks at the console on November 14th. So great tickets are still available. Get a hold of me. BC box office 412-583-5047.
He's in everything. Hey, you missed Ed Lattimore had a fight.
Oh yeah, I can't
How
forget
can you
about
forget
Big
Big
Sorry,
Ed?
Big Ed.
Another knockout.
Heavyweight. And that's a heavyweight prospect to get behind Jim Frazier, Don't know what
And he's made a guest appearance on our show. He was on one of our
there was
shows.
some rumors that the Iron Man, Jason Berkman, was going to fight on the November 14th card as well down at the console. Apparently that fell through, so I don't know what the Iron Man's next move is going to be, but a big shout out once again to World Class Boxing, Ed Lattimore, Yankello, Jared Keep It Moving, and Boyer, all the boys out there. Obviously they're getting Monty tuned up and ready.
Oh,
So
without a doubt. And Smoking Jim and I saw Tom Yankello at the fights in the Hill at Jimmy Savetic's Center Avenue gym. I just posted all the fights up there. The Canadians are very upset, Smoking Jim, because they said that we're so pro-Pittsburgh that we're like clowns and that, you know, we don't know what we're talking about. So I just friended a couple of them and said, hey, we put the fights up there, that's all. At least they get to see it, but they're not happy. So I said it'll be nice to see you for a rematch.
Hey, I'll tell you what, something else to look forward to, folks. One of these times, I'll get the opportunity and invited to appear on the microphone at one of these amateur boxing cards and provide you guys with some true insight into the fights.
Oh, let me interrupt. People's Truth is guys that work with me at the Pittsburgh Press and Post-Gazette, which is right down the street to my right, 34 Boulevard of the Allies. The truth is your perception as you see it, and then you try to make it your own reality. This is what I got to teach a lot of these young puppies, because everything they see is the truth, and sometimes you don't want to let that get in the way of the facts. So the facts will always be the facts, unless you want to argue about it, and then we'll go with fact to fact.
Hey, that's fine. Is it true, Levine, that for the first time in a long time they no longer print an edition of the newspaper in the city of Pittsburgh?
This is the first time in Pittsburgh history that it's being printed outside of the downtown area.
Really?
Yeah, Christopher just years ago brought a printing press across the mountains and started printing here in Pittsburgh. Right across the street, actually, was his first printing plant. You know, I know newspapers, so little fiction and fact. Oh, just fact from Al Levine, the Talking Machines Almanac.
So the newspaper aren't printed here anymore?
They're printed right out by the airport, my friend.
I didn't know that.
Yep, first time in history here. Nobody's printing a paper here.
It's a real crying shame, you know.
Yep.
Not that Jim Frazier would read it if they did print it here in the city of Pittsburgh.
Well, he works for another paper. They're a competitor.
You work for a newspaper?
Yeah, they haven't printed here for years either. We don't even know where they print that paper. They won't tell us.
That's the
Underground.
It's the new Pittsburgh Courier. It's been one of the best papers for a very long time, in spite of what these two guys say. Even though one of the guys.
Boys only move at night.
We don't know about that. We better get back to sports. He's a sports writer for that new Pittsburgh Courier too.
I'm a sports writer too. So
I better start writing.
you should. As much as you read, you really should.
I used to have a blog, but we don't.
I'm waiting for the Pittsburgh Sportsline manuscript to come across my desk.
Well, I'm prolific when I write too. You'll have to see what I write. I've been a blogger. We got somebody crawling here.
Best time.
I thought the Rookie of the Year was back.
We got more stuff going on here. You got to come out to the River City Inn. We'll be back on the 20th here. 2 weeks from today, Smoking Jim. Mark your calendar. We don't know exactly where we're going to be next week because we don't know if that sale on Sips went through. When I drove by through West Liberty Avenue, they were open. And it was still with Sips on the side. So I'll have to get more details. I might find that out tomorrow for tomorrow night's show. So if this gets posted up.
I was there yesterday with Bella Lisa.
You know what?
That was Friday. The days get all mixed up to Jim.
He's the most secretive. He's the most secretive guy. He knows what's going on. I'm going to do a Pittsburgh Sportsline exclusive interview. What's going on with Sips?
It'll be there on Monday. They're looking for us on Monday.
Are you serious?
Monday, yeah.
When's somebody going to tell me? How long were you going to keep a secret? You know, this is my brother from another mother, and I don't know anything. Thanks for telling me.
I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting to broadcast amateur boxing, folks.
To interrupt that like we did, I'm glad you kept your focus. I didn't think you could, but you passed the first test for being on our amateur and even pro boxing card. We'll have to save a seat. Well, I don't know if we can. Smoking Jim's usually packing the house with women there.
Hey, folks, I'm going to let you in on some behind-the-scenes secret. If they call for me, I guarantee you there'll be a seat ringside for me. And that's just a bold prediction by myself.
You know what? That's an accurate prediction there. I don't know. I'm starting to get a little hot under the collar. Anybody, do you know what number's on there? Oh, that's your number.
Oh, that's Brenner Contract.
What is it? I can't read it this way.
412-583-5047.
Are you serious?
One of the best.
I don't know about that, but call them up. Call him up. He'll answer your call. And you know what? He works 7 days a week. Sometimes he doesn't even sleep. Well, no, he needs his sleep, unlike somebody else I know. Him,
I need my sleep.
he needs his sleep. But he will come out at odd hours and everything else. So
Whatever you need, folks.
Now-
It's been a pleasure. We're moving down here on the camera. Now on this side, I will tell you this much, folks. I far more rather enjoy being on this side of the camera than I enjoy being on the other side. But I'm a team player. I do whatever I'm asked to do, and that's why streaks will never be broken, Jim Frazier, because there's not too many like me.
I was impressed you was able to get the headsets over.
well, let me just tell you this. They were special headsets just made today.
Yep, Dave Cable hooked me
Dave
up.
Cable.
Shout out.
Dave Cable taught us both. He only gave me the little bit of the course on how to put all this together. I had part of it ready for Zach. They had me on my knees crawling on the floor here. That we got it put together. Wait till you see Zach Brenner break it all down by himself, because I had enough of this team playing. He keeps telling me it's team. And Levine, you got to do this, you got to do that. What happened to the team? You got to take it over here, hook these things up. And the Lavaliers, they work fine. Devin Shea, Aaron Ward, you owe us. We got this done, and I know the audio works. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Check. Mine works.
It worked at the Pittsburgh Social Exchange event too, and now I'm off. Now I'm back on, folks.
That's how you know, and you can see it on the camera. Bingo, I finally got my man. No, it's been a pleasure. We got some sports to talk about. We've just about finished this show up. We're going to be finishing up with some closing remarks here, guys. Smoking Jim, what other secrets might you have? What other events are you going to? What else are you promoting? What article do you have coming out?
What is your real government name?
No, I don't want to know. It's Urkel. It's Urkel Jr. Okay?
I do that?
Here, let me pull my pants on. All right, what article do you have coming out from the 8 different publications you're on? You didn't even tell me about Brother Ash, and we talked that day.
We're still waiting for that book that was supposed to come out around the Super Bowl.
86 that. Don't say anything. Well, congratulations. I want to first congratulate you on another article come out with Brother Ash Productions. They come out with a print magazine. It's only in selected neighborhoods, and it's not in many places that I frequent, except when I went to my old homestead that's under Mercy Hospital on Pride Street.
You said Homestead, so I was thinking, why don't I have a copy of that in Homestead?
Well, it depends on, you're not in the right neighborhood, you're up too high on the mountain.
Oh, that's a crock. I'm up
There's
and
a
down.
list of 150 places. And I looked and I said, you took me on a few journeys this past week in your hood, and we weren't on any of them where we could pick it up. So Smoking Jim's holding out on us, but congratulations. I hope to read the article. I didn't see it because I can't get a print magazine. I don't know if it's online.
I'll get you a copy.
I was hoping you had one. Instead, you're looking at Nirvana.
Yeah.
I don't blame you. All right, what's going on? What can you tell us? It's fact.
Well, you know, one thing about me, Al Levine, the talking machine, is I can't remember yesterday. I'm just so focused on.
All right, I do know that.
Tomorrow, because I'm going to live in the future, so I'll concentrate on the future. But yeah,
Well,
looking forward to tomorrow night's show. It's been a couple of weeks since I did a Tuesday show.
Well,
and,
I didn't want to jinx you, but I was going to ask if you're starting a new record of not being there.
I can't wait. And I tell you what, everybody got to listen out for what's on my mind tomorrow, Tuesday.
What a teaser.
What a
It's a little
cliffhanger.
twister.
Well, I hope Dave Cable can get this up tomorrow so they can hear this
Yeah, so you
teaser.
can start sharing this and, start going to the Pittsburgh Sportsline page. And if you ever want to, type a post or put an article up on the Pittsburgh
No, I do
Sportsline
that
page.
for him. Wait, he's
Yeah,
my
he
brother.
does, he does.
I put it up there, even though he's loading
Even
up.
when I forget my password, I call Al.
And he has-
I'm on Facebook. This is my password.
And he has a nice LinkedIn page. He has a nice Smoking Jim Frazier on LinkedIn. So if you
don't
want
know
to
how
do
to use
business, check out his page. He just posted up a couple things on there today
Disclaimer.
on
If
LinkedIn.
you want to do business, call Levine and let Levine negotiate for Jim Frazier. Please. He's been killing us with some of these deals. for the past year in 2014. We're trying to rectify the situation.
Well, I have to give him credit. He served up a couple of them to me, and they got the same answer the other ones got. No. And I just put a quote up that if you're a leader, one of the best things you can do, yes, is easy. No shows a good sign of a good leader. So, no. If you talk to him, no.
You want the green, see Levine, or see me.
And we'll make the green for you. It's real simple. The Canadians are mad, but guess what? We're international on our boxing right now. Who gets that? And it's everywhere.
They can't beat me anyways in Canada, so.
Well, these guys were beating up walls. They're some tough guys. Their coach is a very tough guy. I heard he was a champion and everything else. So you have to check out him. I know he's not going to friend me after our Pittsburgh bias. What a surprise. We're all about Pittsburgh, and we won that event. But that's neither here nor there, as my co-host would say. And no wink, wink here. It's all true.
All facts, folks.
And we're going to close this thing out now. We're running free. We don't even know what time it is. I'm thinking we're close to an hour. And Dave Cable knows how to chop it up for us, so I appreciate that. Thanks to Bethel Park for letting us venture to downtown Pittsburgh. I mean, this is quite an honor and accomplishment to actually be here in the city, hence Pittsburgh Sportsline. So we got part of our name here. Smoking Jim, you're just happy to be on the show again tomorrow night. Mm-hmm. And we'll look for whatever blog.
Tomorrow's Tuesday. Do you know where you're going in Bethel Park? Below the library?
Leave early. Zach Brenner, what else is going on as we close this out?
I believe the puck drops on Thursday. The Pittsburgh Penguins open up their season, their 2014-15 campaign. That's how much Jim Frazier loves hockey. I know. I just wanted to make sure that he had his DVR ready to go on Thursday for a little puck, hockey.
Puck drop.
Shout out to the Penguins, and hopefully the Steelers continue to make great strides under head coach Mike Tomlin. Cut down on the penalties. Let some of the players make the plays. Let Big Ben call the no huddle himself, an actual no huddle. Well, we're not waiting for Todd Haley to call the play. Big Ben is more than intelligent enough of a field general and leader to be able to, call his own plays at the line. And that's it for me.
Thanks,
folks.
Zach Brenner. And you brought up one of the things I'm going to tease them with, because they're not going to get to see this in time. But I just had a fact. When you're in a no huddle, how come New England can get a play off in 5 to 7 seconds, and it takes us almost the full allotted time? Thank you, folks. Thanks for all the likes, 3,451 on Facebook. I appreciate it. Thanks for visiting our page. We had a high of 8,900 people visiting our page on Facebook, so I appreciate that. And thanks again to Bethel Park, Dave Cable, Zach Brenner on camera, Al Levine on the audio and the video. Everything works except for right now. He's shut off. That's it. Good night. Be safe.